I'm Kirsten Plotkin. I'm the author of The Food Industry Exposed. I'm so pleased you've chosen my membership, so you'll be a new you. You'll cure your addiction and lose the weight for good. The weight will never come back, unless, of course, you're encouraged and coached back to your old ways. It's hard to believe you would do that, especially after finally losing all the weight and enjoying the new, healthier lifestyle. But we're human beings. In time we can be persuaded and our confidence can be undermined. Do not underestimate the biggest industry in the world. It has gambled its very survival on being able to continue to profit from food addiction. They go to great lengths to make sure you don't find out you're addicted. They deny food addiction even exists. Instead, they call it an eating disorder. Why do they do that? An eating disorder is a psychological condition. It requires long-term analysis and medication, and it can be blamed on the victim. An eating disorder does not threaten the food industry. They know it'll go on for years. The same cannot be said for food addiction. We all know an addiction can be cured in a relatively short time. That's the food industry's worst nightmare. We also know that an addiction is caused by a substance. In this case, it is processed food. Those who produce an addictive substance are usually considered criminals. That's because they're causing an addiction and ultimately killing people. That's a deserving label the food industry cannot afford to be tagged with. The food industry is your most dangerous enemy. They have in-house labs devoted to keeping you addicted and in the dark. They have unlimited advertising budgets ready to lure you back. They are experts at getting your kids. Without food addiction, there is no food industry. So make no mistake, an already unethical industry has no qualms luring you back into the addiction at whatever cost that takes. They not only need you, they rely on you to get your kids addicted. I hope you're beginning to realize why you need this book. The food industry has known for at least 40 years that their products are addictive. They are known to have made special efforts to make them even more addictive. The food industry is the tobacco industry on steroids. It has become common knowledge that the food industry is the purveyor of food addiction. Do you really think, no matter how much influence they can exert, governments can afford to continue to protect them? After all, we do have elections. Unfortunately, it could be a couple of decades before these people are unmasked. In the meantime, you need protection from them, and the best form of protection you can get is knowledge and facts. Once you learn what I know, the whole disgraceful story of what triggered the addiction, how and when it began, and why the government, the food industry, and the whole diet and weight loss industry want to keep the lid on this at all costs. It is a story you'll never forget. It'll guarantee that no one will ever be able to undermine your new soul. You will know what most people, even those in the diet industry, don't know. And knowledge is much more powerful than any ad campaign, no matter how elaborate. So get the facts, get the whole story, and yes, get the book, and protect yourself.